Hello, hello. Congratulations. You made it through week one. I don't know about you guys, but I need to give a shout out to my coffee mug for getting me to Friday. And I know some of you are not watching this on Friday. Some of you are watching it on Monday and sad that it's not the weekend anymore, but that's okay. So that said, things look like they've gone pretty well this first week. Had a few glitches here and there with orientation quiz, the academic integrity tutorial, but nothing really unusual for kind of the first week of class, getting all of the bugs worked out. A couple things I want to mention. First of all, I've had some questions about McGraw-Hill Connect. When you start your McGraw-Hill Connect assignments. The first ones are in our week 2 folder. If you go in there and you click on one, they'll say Learn, Smart, Achieve. There's a capital A next to them. If you click on one of those, it will take you to the McGraw-Hill Connect Learn, Smart, Achieve website. And if you still have an active code from when you took English 111 with us previously, it will take you right in and you'll be able to begin the assignment. If you have your code from McGraw-Hill Connect, you'll be able to enter it at this point. If you do not yet have your code, if you're waiting on one from the bookstore, you will be able to use a 2-week free trial if you have not done that yet. So if you want to do that, go ahead. If you want to try to power through and do all of the work during your trial, you can. Of course, that means you then won't have access to any of the tutorials or anything after the fact, but that is your call. I mean, if you want to go ahead and knock out activities, you can. I'll be adding a few additional activities to the site, but those will be optional. So if you want to power through, that's something that you can do if you want to. I offer that as an option because if you did not have to use the code for English 111, I hate for you to have to purchase it because part of we intend for it to be used for both 111 and 112. On that note, textbooks. I know that the bookstore has been out of some of the textbooks intermittently, and I have not been able to get a clear answer as to when more will be available. They just tell me they get shipments every day. So we do have at the library a copy of the Norton Field Guide and a copy of They Say, I Say on 1 hour reserve, meaning that you can check them out for an hour and use them there at the library. Additionally, if anybody wants to come by my office and use my book, I'm down to 1 copy because I've been loaning my other one out so much. But if you want to come and use it here on campus, we can certainly work that out as well. And I did keep reading assignments light these first couple weeks because I know that sometimes books can be an issue. I don't know why they're continuing to be an issue, but they definitely are. So I think that covers sort of the housekeeping issues from earlier in our course. I say earlier in our courses, though we've been in session for more than 4 days. So this week, you kind of get a bit of an introduction to APA, and I have posted an academic article and its news article counterpart for you to read. And I'm smiling because it's entertaining, and some of you have already been in there and seen why this is funny. So one of the things that we'll be looking at as we start our unit on the sciences is how scientists write and then how science is reported, and that's what we'll be looking at these first couple weeks. And you'll notice there are some big differences. And some of these differences are necessary, right? It's hard to understand scientific articles. I readily admit that. Especially the one that I posted is especially tough. But a lot of times when news articles, when reporters pick up the science writing, sometimes they don't do the best job. There are some that do a good job. Like I really enjoy NPR's science coverage. They do Science Friday. And, you know, you can learn a lot. But sometimes the news outlets really grab onto something and try to give you kind of a clickbaitish headline and don't really tell the full story. So anyway, I've picked for you a news and science article, and I do ask you to talk about that in a discussion board next week in week 3. In week 2, I ask you to talk about How to Mark a Book by Mortimer Adler. And the other thing that I have on tap for you this week besides Connect assignments is looking at your science writing essay assignment, which I thought I had open. Let me grab that really quickly. So this assignment asks you to find an academic article and to basically present that content in a way that a general audience can understand. And This is, easier said than done, of course. But the first step is to find that article, and I'll be asking you to work with it next week. In week 3, there's an APA assignment, which just asks you to try out the citation, to practice quoting, to practice your in-text citation for that. So right now, all you need to do is, once you've done the other work for this week, look at the assignment and find your article. So we'll work on the APA assignment and drafting. This essay is not due for a little while. I've given you some time to kind of warm up, get comfortable with APA, get comfortable with doing this kind of research. So please take a look at the assignment. If you have questions, certainly let me know, but there's nothing due for that assignment this week. We're just getting started with it right now. So that's really all I had to talk to you about today. I hope you all have had a good first week. I hope you have a good and restful weekend. I hope you've gotten a chance to enjoy some of the cooler weather and lower humidity. I know it's fleeting, but it's a nice little taste of fall while we have a chance. So all that said, have a wonderful weekend. If you need help or have questions, please let me know. Take care.